He's Rich Eisen from the NFL Network, and sent us a picture of the Memorial Day weekend where he's out there grilling. And we had Grillmeisters that broke it down, said you look like you didn't know what you were doing.
Oh, this is another manufactured Dan Patrick controversy.
Okay. As God is my witness.
Like my first pitch right around a year ago this time in Los Angeles, when it was a fine moment for me and my family, there was a controversy.
I didn't criticize you. I didn't criticize you. People who grill said that it looked like maybe you stepped in and had a chef.
Oh, that's so wrong. Man.
I said the same thing, and I was ready to fight those guys.
But you still gave them voice.
Well,
you still gave them a platform.
Rich, this is fair and balanced.
From which to besmirch my grilling, Dan.
This is fair and balanced, is what this program is.
So you're not saying that I was a fraudulent grillmeister.
No, I respected you.
You're just saying that others were saying it.
Yes. I mean, I just wanted to give you the full picture here that, some people said maybe you weren't an experienced griller, the way you had the hot dogs on the grill, and
What do you mean the way I had the
angle,
hot dogs are on the grill?
The
what
angle... Paulie,
what else can I do except place the hot dog on the grill?
Paulie is a professional griller, a barbecuer. Yeah. Okay, Paulie.
A few people said that Rich didn't have the proper direction on the hot dogs to get the char across the grain.
Okay, that's all.
Well, maybe I'm against the grain.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe I'm against the grain.
He's Rich Eisen. You can check out his podcast with Teddy Bridgewater, Jerry Ferrara. They call him Turtle.
Oh, yeah.
And the Sklar brothers.
By the way, Jerry came on, and I asked him if I was the only person in the universe to not have a cameo in the new Entourage movie.
I don't.
He said you don't.
Yeah.
But said you lobbied for one, Dan.
No.
You lobbied for a cameo.
No, I had Mark Wahlberg, who said...
Yeah.
That I got to get you in the movie. So that's on based on his life. I passed on it. I said
no, this is now these are stories that don't match.
Rich, I will promise you that when Mark Wahlberg said it, I didn't want to break his heart, but I did.
Why? Because you're a Sandler guy?
No, because everybody is in Entourage. I don't want to be part of everybody here. So I said no. That little, vixen, Emmanuel Shrieky, was slinking up to me to try to get me to be in the movie. And I said, I can't be in the movie.
This is definitely not the way it was portrayed to me. That you lobbied, asked for a cameo, and didn't receive one.
No, I even turned down going to the movie set because you know what Emmanuel Shrieky said?
No,
if you show up, they'll put you in the movie. And I said, then I won't show up.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a controversy that needs to be... Now, this is something that needs to be investigated.
All right. Okay, I have Mark Wahlberg saying to me on this show, I have got to get Dan Patrick in this movie.
And then you said, because you don't want to be
a face
in the crowd.
Yes.
You don't want to be part of what everybody's doing.
Yes.
You said no.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe you, Dan.
Thank you, Rich. He's Rich Eisen, the Rich Eisen podcast. You can see him NFL Game Day Morning, the Rich Eisen podcast on the NFL Network. Johnny Manziel went to Vegas. And
he did, didn't he?
What the hell is happening to the world?
That's a great question.
What is going on?
I love every minute of it is what I do. This is the greatest. I love this guy. He's fantastic. Could you, Dan, imagine the one person and one place for a guy who already has people wondering if he's taking this seriously enough.
With Gronk, too.
The one person and the one place. It's sort of like a Mad Lib. If I gave you the blanks to fill in, I went to blank with blank to fill in one blank with Las Vegas and the other one with Gronkowski. Oh, man, that's perfect. I mean, that is absolutely the perfect combination. And then he Instagrams it. Oh, my gosh. That's perfect. And on top of it, the thing that I love the most, too, is he flies home in a middle seat.
I like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Now the question is, does he plan this? Could he have a plan? Could this be part of something? Just like, I'm going to show everyone I'm going to do it my way. And I'm also going to show that I'm an everyman, just like every 21-year-old who wouldn't want to fly off to Vegas and hang with Gronk and Instagram pictures of you with babes and bikinis, right? But what 21-year-old doesn't do that?
How do you feel?
And then you fly in a middle seat. Just like, you go home, you fly in a middle seat, you're putting your headsets on. Instead of just watching whatever you're watching on your iPad, you just happen to have the Cleveland Browns offensive playbook in there. It's fantastic.
If you're a Browns fan, do you have a problem with this?
No way. I'm just wondering if the Browns should just, even though, listen, we all know, and you had Dungy on, in the NFL, the face of the franchise is your quarterback, and it's a CEO league. And, we've even had conversations. I think I've told you this story. Jim Morris Sr. tells the story when he drafted either Peyton Manning or Ryan Leaf, and they asked Peyton, what's the first thing you're going to do if we draft you number one? And Manning's like, I'm going to show up, I'm going to get in the playbook, I'm going to move there, I'm going to get in with all my teammates, and I'm going to start week one. I'm going to get ready. And Ryan Leaf asked the same question. He goes, well, I'm going to get all my buddies and go to Vegas. And this is what Johnny Manziel did. He's not just only going there, though. He did that in an age of social media, and he puts it out there, and we all know that that's not what your quarterback's supposed to do.
But
is this the way he's got to operate?
But, Rich, people think that because he, is this social butterfly, that he can't play quarterback. Or if he stayed at home in his dorm room, he all of a sudden turns into Tom Brady. Manziel is either going to succeed or fail. It's going to have nothing to do with any of this stuff, this ancillary stuff.
Isn't it great though? Because it is something to talk about for sure, and you just don't know. You don't know if he needs to do this in order to be the guy that the Browns need him to be, or he is going to thoroughly self-destruct because in the NFL, this is not the sort of thing your quarterback should be doing. And we'll find out which camp is right. Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming week one we'll find out against the Steelers. He already started taking second teams, reps, which is, does that mean he's finally passed Tyler Thigpen on the?
What do you think happened at the OTAs, where if you watch them working out, there's really no defense or nothing standing in your way, but he somehow rose up on the depth chart because why? He had a nice play fake, or what exactly was it?
I don't know. It's you just got to tip the cap to him with his Instagram. It's like, way to go, Johnny.
Man,
that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Your middle seat Johnny football on the way back. With some very stern-faced older woman photobombing in the background. It's just fantastic. The whole thing is just the Memorial Day weekend. Is it a setup? If it is, then whoever's the PR person, just a tip of the cap. Because
what happens on the 4th of July, Rich?
Oh gosh, who do we add? It's Gronk, Vegas, and who else?
Here we go.
Aaron Paul. Do we get the entire, P. Diddy? Do we get that?
No. Here it is.
Commercial together.
Here it is.
What do we get?
I got it. Johnny Manziel.
Yes.
Drake. Jet skis.
Jet skis.
With LeBron.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're partying.
Where?
South Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk optics? Jet skis is a great one because now you're just saying he's being thoroughly reckless with his body, and the dedication to the team is in question. Because it's just it's the perfect way to tell everybody, I've been drafted, perhaps humbled by sitting back there for 22 picks. I am still Johnny Football, and the way to do it is I'm going to Las Vegas with Rob Gronkowski and taking that picture and Instagramming it out. But just to show everybody I'm still just like you, just like any 21-year-old would do. I'm middle seat and back. And then I'm going to work.
Fritzy, would you get a hold of Jerry Ferrara?
Yep.
And see if
yes. He knew this was going to come too.
All right.
He knew it as he was telling me the story.
He may be like cycling on, like right now.
He's soul cycling right now?
No. He's cycling, not soul cycling.
Okay.
Have you gone into a spin class before?
I did just a month ago.
You didn't bring your wife, did you?
She did show up halfway through, yeah.
Yeah, because there's great scenery in a spin class.
Dan, I must admit, and Susie knows this too, I purposely chose a cycle in the back of the room.
Oh, I do. I'm in the back row.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
I chose a cycle in the back of the room.
Yeah.
And I went to one of these places where they dimmed the lights and basically gave you mood lighting. And I'm like, this is not what I do. This is an outrage. The whole plan went up in smoke.
I go to a place called Flywheel, and
because you're fly like that.
Oh yeah, for a white guy, and they have this music in there, and it's just pumping.
Yeah,
and it's me and probably 2 other dudes, and 28 women in there.
And the lights were up the whole time?
No, they're low. I like them when they're low.
Did you light a votive candle at any point?
No.
Okay.
But they do have somewhere you have like incense burning or candles. I don't do that.
Just in your studio, though, right?
I do that. I have incense burning in here.
Now, why do you do that? I've always noticed that. Why do you do that?
It's calming. It's my zen. It's when I was in Phil Jackson's teepee in Montana. And
he started burning incense and
I thought it was incense. I don't know.
Reading Ken Kesey books. And,
yeah, we're Jack Kerouac.
Oh,
all right.
Again, you just go next level. But Jerry was expecting this.
Okay, all right. We'll see if fraudulent Jerry Ferrara will join us. And I think he's bummed out that Emmanuel Shrieky was flat out into me.
It could be that, Dan. You're not wrong.
Because every one of those guys in Entourage thought they had a chance with Emmanuel Shrieky. Every one of them. And then they.
Well, why wouldn't they want to? Go for the title?
They went 0 for 4.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, isn't there 5 of them?
Well, Piven, yeah, Piven probably thought he had a shot too. 0 for 5.
0 for 5.
Yeah.
Well, the golden sombrero.
Yes.
In some way, shape, or form. But
all right.
Listen, Jerry's expecting your call.
All right, we'll call him. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Say hello to the family.
All right, you too.
Okay, that's Rich Eisen. Damn good griller, in my opinion. Damn good. Don't get in his grill.